Have you ever gotten an idea to quit your job, try yourself in a different career path? Maybe try programming and become a software developer. You heard that salaries are good, that it takes little time to get started, and it's possible to get a junior position within 6 months. Whether you are eager to change your career path or you're just curious, this is the video that will give you the answers to the main questions. We will talk about the main benefits of becoming a software developer, but I have more videos coming up about how to pick the area of IT as well as how to get started quickly. So the first benefit would be that the programmers do get paid well. It's not a secret that programmers have a certain stereotype attached to them. It is possible to work from home, do it for a couple of hours, and earn a lot of money. Even though this is a stereotype, there is still a lot of truth to that. Programmers do get paid well, and there is no denying that. In 2023, the average salary for an average programmer was $93,000 in the US. For higher positions, the programmers could be expected to earn as much as $143,000 on average, which is a lot of money. But don't get me wrong, some developers could earn as much as $200, $300, even $500,000. But just know that those kinds of developers are good at what they're doing. They're not getting paid for nothing. But I would say an average of $93,000 a year is a pretty good deal. All of this sounds really good, but you need to calculate the salary for your own country, and there are a couple of ways you can do that. The first way to do it is to go to this website. There you'll find the average wages for each country. On that website, find your country, find the average wage for your country, also find the same thing for the US, and divide the average wage of your country by the average of US. Take that number, multiply by $93,000, and that would be the average salary for the software developer position in your country. There is a second way which I like a bit more. You will have to go to LinkedIn or any other employment platform, and there you would check for the open positions. I know that there are a lot of different areas and they do differ from one to each other, but it should give you a good overall picture of what type of salary to expect. But there are still so many other additional variables that you have to account for when calculating your final salary. Some of the main ones would be the area of IT that you're picking, the amount of years that you have, the technological stack, as well as the country of residence. Now let's move to benefit number 2, and that would be the remote flexibility. Never before has it been possible to work from home as much as we can nowadays. And software developers are the lucky people who have that opportunity. So what are some of the benefits that come with working remotely? The first one will be is that you don't have to waste any more time on the road, because since you're working at home, there is no need to go to an office. Second one would be the ability to spend more time with your family. During breaks, you can spend time with your family and your loved ones. And say you have a baby, for example, remote work would be a perfect opportunity for you to work and to look out the baby at the same time. The third benefit would be the amount of money that is saved from transportation and food. Again, since you work from home, there is no need to go to cafes, to restaurants. You can go grocery shopping once a week, buy whatever you need, and then cook it yourself. One more benefit would definitely be the fact that you can design your workspace exactly the way you want it without any restrictions. However, not everything is rainbows and unicorns, and there are some disadvantages to remote work that you have to consider. The first one would be the lack of human interaction. We're all social beings at the end of the day, and we need in-person contact with other people. And sometimes, I would actually say most of the time, Zoom calls are just not enough. Another thing to consider is that most people struggle with having a structure for their working day. This means that people start working, but they don't know exactly when to end or how to switch their activity, how to find time to rest and do other things. But for those kinds of things, I would definitely advise having a personal schedule, and in the future I'll definitely make a video about that, so stay tuned. Overall, when done right, remote work can bring a lot of benefit into your life. I love remote work. I probably can't ever go back to an office for that matter. However, we are all different, and it makes sense that some of us like to work remotely and others like to go to an office, work on site, or have a hybrid schedule. But the amazing part is that a lot of companies, they offer any type of schedule that you want, so you can pick something that works exactly for you. Okay, the third benefit would be English as a language. Just like English propagated throughout the whole world and became international language at the end of the day, IT industry did the same thing. Right now, it's almost a requirement for a software developer to know English. But most of the time, this kind of thing comes naturally. Most of the programmer languages are in English, most of the documentation is in English, most of the tutorials are in English, and whether you want it or not, you're gonna have to slowly start learning English. And I believe that if you don't know English, taking time to learn it could be one of the best investments you could ever do with your time. But I mean, you are watching this video in English and I assume it's fine for you, but I mean, you could give this advice to any of your international friends. But getting back to the point, since the world heavily relies on English, this means that you're able to work for any company in the world. At least for the most part, this is true, and a lot of companies, they have job openings all over different countries, but they still communicate in English, which is rather convenient. Therefore, if you combine the remote possibilities and English as a standard language throughout the IT community, this opens up a lot of market available to you and job opportunities. So the fourth benefit would be the vast areas of IT. Not only did IT spread to different countries all around the world, but it also got spread into so many different industries. It could be finances, medicine, sports, and so many more. This means two main things: that software developers will be in demand all the time. And second, you have so many different areas to pick exactly what you like, what interests you. You can go into artificial intelligence, go into front end, back end, do machine learning, game development. There are so many possibilities, it's insane. You might be concerned, at least with recent news, that ChatGPT is going to take over programming, that there will be no more demand for programmers, and that's just wrong. Remember that ChatGPT, it provides assistance. It's some sort of an automation tool, right? It's not going to replace you completely, it's just unable to do that. And yes, you would be right to say that ChatGPT evolves and enhances day by day, but it's absolutely fine, because you as a software developer will start to slowly integrate it into your life and transition your job responsibilities. So perhaps instead of writing code directly, you would be the one to organize it at the end. Just remember that ChatGPT was not invented to take away jobs or to lower the demand for programmers. No, it was created to help programmers, and that's the key part of it. Okay, let's jump to the last section, the fifth one, and talk about the skills that you will learn as a software developer. So the first one would be the problem-solving skills. Since you will be dealing with highly logical concepts and everything there is more or less deterministic, that allows you to increase your problem-solving skills. The second one would be the communication skills. Most of the time, people work in a team, and it's very important to deliver your ideas very clearly and concisely. Time management is also another skill that you will learn a lot. A lot of companies, they're adopting agile methodology, and with that methodology comes a lot of daily meetings, estimating tasks, prioritizing them, conducting grooming sessions or retrospectives, and many other things. All of these things combined will help you a lot when enhancing your time management skills. The last skill that I find to be very important would be the fact that at the end of the day, when going through the IT industry, you start to become a tech expert. During your work, you'll be dealing with computers, networks, databases, security over internet. All of those things will help you in your everyday life. And it makes sense because a lot of things that we do from day to day are on the computers. So the general skills that you learn from your work could help you to automate your life, to troubleshoot whatever issues that you have. Perhaps you are unable to connect to Wi-Fi, or to configure a router, or to even pick a router in the first place. All of these things are very important. The main takeaway here is that we surround ourselves with technology, and it's good to know how that technology works. And being a software developer could help you achieve that. Okay, let's quickly sum up what we've learned today. So here are the 5 reasons why you want to be a software developer. First, you're interested in a high-paying job. Second, you have a need to work from home. Third, you're interested in exploring technological areas. Fourth, you want to enhance your problem-solving skills as well as your time management. And fifth, if you want to enhance your life overall, because like I said, technology is all around us. So my suggestion, go for it. Become a software developer. What do you think? Share it in the comments. In the next video, we'll talk about how to pick your IT area and what type of programmer you should become. Have a good day and see ya.